Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Watching TV. I know it's been a while, so let's just jump right into it. We are talking about Girlfriend Season 1, Episode 19, Loose Lips Sink Ships. Season 1, Episode 19, A Kiss Before Lying. So let's get right into it. Sean wouldn't have worked. Telling me, suggesting I change at the last minute. Like, I've been getting ready for 2 hours. You could have told me to wear something else, but we know why. It's because you wanted to watch that funky little game. I'm always forgetting to make a reservation. Like, at this point, I'm starting to think she just want to flex the fact that she knows the owner, and with or without a reservation, she can just get whatever table she wants. Because how you always eating at 8:47, but you're also always forgetting to make a reservation? Greg was definitely doing too much. Getting mad about his paintings being on the wall. Like, I mean, I'm kind of with Tony. At least your paintings are somewhere outside of your house and outside of your garage. Like, they are being seen by the public. But that was a slick read calling him unknown to the public. Oh, you didn't have to say it. I mean, it's true, but you didn't have to say it, Tony. Sean being jealous about Davis. But you know what? It's about time. Like, again, since they've been together, we haven't seen any of your feathers get razzled or fluffled or whatever over Joan and her interactions with anybody. So it's about time you got jealous from somebody else. But Davis is also not slick, though. Like, we get it. We get it. You feeling her. She's feeling you. Or y'all were feeling each other once upon a time. Like, we understand. You know, Flex trying to pressure Maya into, doing the 1-2 step. And he's going to be Flex until the real Darnell shows up to the scene. I never was feeling that. Like, she just went through this surgery. Like, that's kind of just... Some people can just jump back into the cycle. Some people need some time. Just give her some time. Yes, everyone does have problems. And everyone does have men, except for Lynn. Those two things are definitely related. There's definitely a correlation. Joan always denying that she flirts with Davis, but it's like, how do you not flirt with him when y'all almost ran away together? Like, that will never go back to normal. Y'all almost had a romantic rendezvous on Valentine's Day while y'all were both in a relationship. Of course y'all flirt. She shouldn't have told Sean. Like, what are you thinking about? I'm just saying, like, I get, wanting to start your relationship on honesty and not wanting to have any secrets, but I mean, just be smart about it. Like, again, you frequent his restaurant, you love going to 847, and it's not just because you can get a table whenever you want. You claim to love the crab cakes. So it's like, what did you expect him to do after you tell him, oh yeah, the bar that I frequently go to all the time and this man that I'm like a casual friend with and see every day, I also kissed him, almost had a thing, and we almost, well, she didn't tell him about Catalina, but we kissed. Like, how do you tell him that and he's just supposed to be like, oh, okay. She told him about Valentine's Day. Like, the whole thing. Would y'all stop going to 847 for Sean? I probably would stop going to 847 for like an actual lover that I took seriously. But I wouldn't be taking nobody like Sean seriously. He is just like so nitpicky, and he's a sex addict. I wouldn't have been stopping anything. I'm not going to stop getting my favorite crab cakes because you're uncomfortable. But then again, I wouldn't be in a relationship with Sean. You know what? And while we're on the subject of not being in a relationship with Sean, reason 847 why we shouldn't be in a relationship with Sean. You are not sitting up telling me I screwed up every relationship I've ever been in. I'm sorry, were you there? And you don't know the situation. And then my other issue, and I feel like I want to do like a special episode at the end of like every breakup to kind of just wrap up why each boyfriend was crappy. But I feel like one of Sean's like things or like personality traits that really irks me is the fact that he thinks he's up here and Joan is down here, and he just has this superiority complex because like, I'm a man. It's like, boo, you're a sex addict and you're still going to the meetings. You were such a bad sex addict to the point where you lost your job, you lost your house, you lost your kids, you lost your wife, you lost your car, you lost your dog, you lost everything and have to rebuild because of what you were doing. Like, how do you have the air to look down on anybody, an attorney that owns her own home? How do you be over her house? We've never been to Sean's house. Sorry, I'm going on a Sean tangent. We've never been to Sean's house. You're now sleeping in her house. How are you looking your nose down and just like you just have this air like, yeah, you are just so lucky to be with me, and I put up with your mess. And William's advice was right. You should not have told him. You shouldn't have told him. I don't believe all this. I don't want our relationship to be based off a lie. It's not based off a lie. It's not y'all. You and Sean getting together has nothing to do with you and Davis possibly running away together. What you did was tell him what time it was, and I'm not playing with you. And you keep wanting to play with me about Valentine's Day. I got somebody else who's willing to step up to the plate. There's nothing wrong with that. We always communicate correctly and effectively after the argument. Like the argument, you say whatever you want to say and it hurts and it's messed up and it's messy. And then after you've all calmed down, then that's when you say the things that you should have said, how you should have said it. Oh, and in walks Tony with Dr. Spencer. I mean, Clay. This, and you guys know, is not going to end well. And here is where the affair began. Where was Flex going with all that attitude? I mean, just angry. Not a couple meet and greet, dinner at the kitchen table. Uh, Listen, I get, getting on one accord, establishing boundaries with the new friends and the new couples and everything, but did we need to have a dinner for this? Okay, so Ava didn't know anything about anything. She didn't know about the kiss. She didn't know about Catalina. She didn't know about Valentine's Day. You know why? Because Davis is smart. And Davis said, I'm not going to rock the boat in my relationship off of something that didn't even happen. I mean, the kiss happened, but still, I mean, people treat like kisses and stuff like that. So, like, not like it doesn't matter. Like, unless you like went all the way, things don't be mattering to people. Because honestly, all this chaotic mess is what Joan gets. Like, none of this needed to be a thing if you didn't make it a thing, but you made it one. So, that's what you get. And this is how we are introduced to Ame now. I mean, we're still going to see 847 for a couple more episodes, but Ame is the new restaurant moving forward.